All right, so let's dive into the book this afternoon, How to Outsmart a Manipulator by Justin Taylor. And this book, as this book is presented as a practical guide to help readers to recognize, navigate, and overcome manipulative behaviors in personal relationship, work settings, and other social contexts. And also, this book, the writer Taylor's this book is an eye-opening experience, and it is a book that helped the writer to identify manipulative tactics used against him, but it was also to provide us with practical strategies to counteract them. Yes, to counteract them. And there are a whole lot you are going to learn from this book. And from this book this afternoon, I've gotten like 10 points I will be sharing with us, how it's going to come and how you can actually counter them. You know, they say counter effects. They come in the kind of subtle way, and then you think it's not manipulation. But then the handwriting is on the wall that it's manipulation, but then you never know. So how can you outsmart a manipulator? Let's find out this afternoon on the book review on JDN Radio 101.5 FM. Call everyone because I will be starting right off now on the book. Now, from this book, the first thing I got from this book is that this book talked about how you can recognize manipulation early. How can you recognize manipulation early? Now, manipulators, what they do is they start subtle. They test how much control they can gain over you before they start manipulating you. It depends on how you can take it. And if you do not have the resistance, then they will now think, okay, let's just manipulate this person. So, how do you now counter these? You need to pay attention to discomfort in your gut. If someone's words make you feel confused, guilty, or indebted, step back and reassess. Do you get that? If always pay attention to discomfort in your gut. 10 years is sorrow, you're not so comfortable with it. You know, so if someone words make you feel confused, make you feel guilty or indebted, you need to step back and reassess. That is the first way in which you can recognize manipulation early. And the second point is that learn to trust your intuition. At times you said, a comedian soften me. You know, at times we override that because we felt it's just me thinking. Who told you it's you that is thinking? It's your intuition. At times it might not be our intuition, it's just what we've created, and it's actually coming. But at times our intuition will be telling us the truth. How do you learn from your intuition? You know, your instincts are emotional alarms. They go off when something feels off. So, don't silence your inner warning signs because you want to keep peace. Yes, that's what the book is saying. It's saying that don't silence your inner warning signs because you want to keep peace. So, when you sense manipulation, you feel off in yourself, always pause before reacting. Always pause before reacting. You know, at times we could act out of impulse and we're like, I would have just hold back a bit like that. So when you sense manipulation, always pause before reacting. So the first thing is that your instincts know that they are emotional alarms. They go off when something feels off. When things is not right, you just be like, what is happening? Like, kilo shele. So don't silence your inner warning signs because you want to keep peace. Some people want to keep peace and they feel something is off, but they felt like, Jeka will go. Nothing is going to happen. After all, I can always take in anything. But then, to avoid that, learn to trust your intuition is the second point I learned from this book. How to Outsmart a Manipulator by Justin Taylor. It's still Travel with Ease, your education and travel simplified on JDN Radio 101.5 FM. Let's take a moment. still Travel with Ease, and do not forget that we are live on Facebook on JDN Radio, and also on YouTube, JDN Radio 101.5 FM. And we are still looking at the book, How to Outsmart a Manipulator by Justin Taylor. And I've given us the first point is that you should how to recognize manipulation early is the most important thing. And I said that before a manipulator will come, they will first of all start subtle to test how much control they can gain over you. If they find out that they can't gain control, then something else is going to happen. So I don't let us go into that. Then you learn to trust your intuition. Yes. And the third point I want to talk about is that manipulators, they thrive on confusion. They thrive on confusion. When things are you are confused. Okay, so let me explain that. Manipulators, they try to bluff facts. They try to twist your words and make you doubt your memory, like gaslighting. Like you be like, she bimo she put then here. They twist the whole thing that you be like, that is not what I meant. They will say, that is what you mean. Why would you say it? No, oh, monton tofi. Like the way they are going to make it look, you get confused. You kind of ask yourself, she moti memory loss ni abi moti lossy oblivion. You start asking yourself those questions. So what will you do in that situation? Make sure you keep written or mental records of events when you are confused. Keep it written so that you will know, or you have a witness so you get not to make something up. Because at times when you start saying the truth over and over again, you start thinking, you know, at times they are trying to confuse you and manipulate you not to even know if it's the truth or it's not the truth. So make sure you keep written or mental records of events when confused and return to what actually happened, not what they say happened. Yes, what actually happened. Sit down to recall what actually happened. But when they tell you what happened, you've been manipulated, and you start dwelling on what they say, and then you start giving the vibes to the wrong vibes. You start giving different aura for something that does not actually what your aura. Like maybe a positive aura to something you're supposed to give a less positive, and you are giving a negative aura to where you're supposed to give a positive aura, because you've been manipulated and you are confused and you don't even know which is right or which is wrong. So outsmarting a manipulator is that you should make sure that you keep written mental records of events so that you don't get confused. Now, what you should believe in is what you see actually happened, not what you were told. Yes, anyone can tell anything, any story to make them look so good. Actually, it takes like 10% of people to actually come to you that I know the way I reacted was bad, but actually what you did, you actually deserve it. It takes like 10% of people in the world to actually come out that blunt and tell you. Some people would say it in a subtle, in a manipulative way that you kind of feel pity for them, empathy that, hey, yeah. By the time you know, they've already taken charge and you are a tool for them to manipulate. It's still Travel with Ease, your education and travel simplified on JDN Radio 101.5 FM. The number to call to be part of the program this afternoon is 07048 001015 and 08022102163. Do not forget the book we are reviewing this afternoon is How to Outsmart a Manipulator by Justin Taylor. Hello.
Hello,
Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from?
my name is Jide from Egbeda.
Okay, Mr. Jide from Ekbeda. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please, I want to first ask a question before. Are you a book reviewer or is just a program?
It's a program on the book review segment on Travel with Ease, but I review books. If you have your books to review on the program, we can gladly review the book.
What I'm asking is that the professional touch of yours on the way you explain your point. And I also have a sister doing in Ogun State that review books too.
Okay.
And so somehow, I feel like since there's this aspect of the education or something that people are not really paying attention to.
Okay.
And yeah, I just stumbled on the station actually. It's not that I don't listen. I listen once in a while, like I want to have time.
Okay.
But I enjoyed the way you were reading the book actually. But
Oh,
something just caught my attention when you were reviewing the aspect of manipulators. It's
okay.
like it's like everyday Nigerian nature. They tend to confuse you with lies.
Hmm.
This is not only about manipulators. It's like everyday Nigerian nature.
Hmm.
Things that is clearing like this, they will confuse you with it. They will make you to question your own truth.
Hmm.
But I loved when you were saying write down everyday activities. You know, sometimes something can be written and you still find them wanting. When
Yes.
you see some people stealing your, because I remember in those days as a student telling us keep your diary, keep your diary. We never knew the meaning of keeping diaries until the word of today that you need to keep records.
Hmm.
But the best method of keeping diary is having a sincere somebody that is bold to speak the truth to be your witness.
Wow.
Because some people they are witness and they are also weak-minded.
Hmm. Like they won't want to talk because they don't want to offend someone else.
You know, when you have a weak-minded lawyer speaking on your case, it's as if you have already lost before going to the court.
Hmm.
So not always about witnesses. You
Hmm.
should have more than one witness. The
Hmm.
written document, the evidence. That's why in court of law, they don't want to know if it is glaring that it is true that you are saying. They will say your proof.
Hmm.
Give us citations, your proofs. Even lawyers will bring out citations of past experiences.
Wow.
Thank you. I really appreciate your program.
You're
So
welcome,
I've been
Mr.
listening
Jide.
from when you were saying something about local environment visiting, being inquisitive about the place so that you can enjoy it.
Yes.
Everything is about international trip. Sometimes our local environment,
You know, when you
they are
tell people
another.
you want to Japa, they feel you want to go overseas. But when you tell people you want to Japa to Kano, they're like, "Are you okay?"
It's because you don't travel. When
Yeah.
you travel, you be confident. You know the time to move. You know the time not to move. That's why they say watch the weather before you leave your house.
Yes. Yes.
It's an adage of the elderly people.
Yes.
They don't just go out. They watch the weather. If it is
Hmm.
not the right time to go, they won't go. If
No.
it's the right time, they will move.
No.
But
Right.
in our own generation now, we think it's all about internet. Thank
Yes, we
you.
use that one to keep our itinerary now.
I'm not disputing it.
Okay.
But internet also is confusing. It's not a good witness. Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Nice
Thank you so much
program.
for your contribution. All right, thank you, Mr. Jide from Egbeda. We really appreciate your contribution this afternoon on the program Travel with Ease, your education and travel simplified. Let's take a moment. All right, welcome back. It's still Travel with Ease, your education and travel simplified on JDN Radio 101.5 FM. And this afternoon, I was actually reviewing a book on how to outsmart a manipulator by Justin Taylor. And this book, it's an eye-opener because you need to recognize manipulation early and you need to learn to trust your intuition. And like the last caller, he said that in the Nigerian of today, they will even make you doubt your own truths. That, are you sure? They can actually manipulate you in a way that you think, no, what I see, it's not what you are seeing. Yeah. So the final point I will be taking before we call it a wrap this afternoon on the program is that you are not responsible for other people's emotions. Yes. I think we talked about that on the last book I reviewed, which is boundaries. You are not responsible for other people's emotions. How? Manipulators guilt trip you into thinking their happiness depends on your choices. Yes. See, you're not responsible for making another person's happy. If this person wants to be happy, then it is this person's choice to be happy. Your happiness does not hang on another person because I don't know. Jowaye Papo at the same time. So I don't know why someone else is even the twins that are being born on the same day. Their happiness does not hang on each other. If someone is destined to be a doctor and another person is destined to be a lawyer, there is no way they can hang on each other that if I'm not happy being a doctor, then you won't be happy being a lawyer. So you are not responsible for other people's emotions. Manipulators, they guilt trip you into thinking their happiness depends on your choices. So how do you do this? Remind yourself that their feelings are their responsibility. Yes, always remind yourself that my own feelings is my responsibility. The way you feel is your responsibility. And also, compassion does not mean control. The fact that you have compassion over this person is going through something and you empathize with them, you put yourself in their shoes and you're happy, does not actually mean, some people, when you are so compassionate with them, they try to use that, turn it around, confuse you, manipulate you, and make you want to do the things they want you to do. Just because they say, sure, there are some guilt trip that happens. I don't want to go into the other aspect. That happens. That then you're not like, nice and you have to take me for like a fool or something. It happens. So make sure you do not, take compassion does not mean that you can control this person. If the person's lower his or her guards for you, it's because the person felt you deserves it. The person just feels that I don't need to put words around you because I like you. But if you now try to use it as a manipulative skills to like put this person under control, then you are getting it wrong. So, another junctions, I will be putting a stop on the book review for this afternoon. Hello? Hello? Good afternoon. All right. So, on the program on Travel with Ease, your education and travel simplified, we've talked about how you can break barriers, travel barriers that you've been thinking, if I don't have this, if I don't have that, I won't be able to go to where I want to go to. Or you start saying that people do things I don't like. The most important thing is that you need to learn how to outsmart people that keep manipulating. We have some people that they are free-spirited. They are so calm. Their nature is so sweet. You call them beautiful souls. It's not as if everyone is not a beautiful soul. But the thing is just that when people find out that they are being manipulated, they tend to change and they build words around themselves. So you don't get to break them. You don't get to make them feel like they are fools. Feel like, or ride me like, or den me like, you will not want to like that. And that is why you see people, they build walls. It's not as if there is no beautiful souls in every souls that you see around. Every souls created are beautiful. But the world changes people because of different ways of manipulation. So at these junctions, we will be calling it a wrap on the program this afternoon on Travel with Ease, your education and travel simplified. Only on JDN Radio 101.5 FM, broadcasting for us today at 1 Church Street, Joyce B. Road, Okeado, in the city of Ibadan, Nigeria. And as you know that this program, I would not have done it all by myself. Only me cannot do all of this. But I'm just opportune that you were able to hear my voice this afternoon. And on that note, I will be saying special thanks to Yeye Siduru Sharo, Joy Akinlulu, Aisha Toyedele, Olabode Makinwa. And also, I want to say special thanks to those that made it possible for you to hear my voice anywhere you are this afternoon, whatever you might be doing, to Kayode Olawi and Big Ben Fadipe. And also to the studio manager, which is Oladimeji Alalami. They call it Alalami and Spy. And he has even been expressing me with this feel of it thing. Like, I don't even understand. I don't know. I don't know why he keeps doing that. I don't know why he keeps doing that, but he's oppressing me with his cap. And do not forget, if you are watching us live on Facebook right now, there is a flyer beside me that shows that JDN Radio 101.5 FM is being nominated as the new radio station of the year at the Pacesetter Entertainment Recognition Awards, PERA 2025. And you know that it is you that is going to get us there, so please do well to cast your vote for us by sending your payment for the awards to the Globus Bank. And if you go on Facebook, you are going to see the flyer right beside me. And the account number is 0061006062. And you can actually vote as many times as you want, because we know that you love JDN and you know that we are the only radio stations that is broadcasting for all. And on that note, special thanks to Emmanuel. You know, I call him Supe Papa and all, for the social media and those, and everyone that has been listening, those that have listened and were unable to call into the program. I say a big thank you to you. And also to this internet man that is just smiling at me. I say a very big thank you for coming over and checking all the glitches. We say we really appreciate it. I remain Abby all the time. Until I come your way next week, do not take it away, because Iroyin Kayefi is coming on here right now. Goodbye.